Well, shalom. It's been a long time. I wanted to come on this platform today without a head cover because I know it's going to be controversial. I know I'll probably get called out because that's a cult mindset. It's not really a culture. It's a culture that's been formed for you, but it's not really a truthful culture. Did you know? I'm here at the local food city. Did you know that during the same time frame that Hebrews were covering their hair, so were Romans, so were Greeks, so were the Vikings, actually. Got pictures of it. It wasn't all a statement of headship like some people would tell you. We've got a whole chapter in the Bible about head covers, and it's all about doing it in a worship setting. It has nothing to do with your daily life. But I can imagine if I lived in a country where the sun was shining all the time, I'd probably be wearing just the same as a man wears a hat, right? So let's just turn those tables around. If we take that same chapter in the Bible that talks about a head cover that Paul wrote in Corinthians, I think it's chapter 11, I think. The whole chapter. If we replace that head cover with a cap, or let's just do that. Let's just replace that head, because it says don't be covered. Don't be covered when you're in a worship setting. But let's replace that in daily life. So that means a man should never be allowed to wear a cap at all, because he should also pray without ceasing, right? Just like the woman. So he shouldn't be allowed to wear a cap at all, no matter the circumstance. If we're going to do it, we're going to be even Steven about it. So I wanted to just come on here without a head cover just to prove that I'm still alive. I'm not hurting. I'm living a good life. And I don't have a head cover on. Haven't been struck by lightning. And come to think about it, can I tell you, if I haven't already told you, that the same Yahweh that speaks to me now, the same Yahweh that I was speaking to when I was 5 and 6 years old on a swing set, swinging and talking to Yahweh, that is the same Yahweh that I've always followed. And I'm receiving the same treatment now from Yahweh as I did when I covered my hair, or I didn't wear any jewelry, still no makeup. But nothing has changed. Left a cult, Straightway Truth Ministry cult, and nothing has changed. That same Yahweh is the same one that I met when I was a child. The same one that I followed, the same one that talked to me when I wore blue jeans, full hair, full face of makeup, dyed my hair, fake fingernails, tons of jewelry. It's the same Yahweh. I thought, being honest, so let's be honest, my husband and I both felt like we already had a relationship with Yahweh, but the Yahweh, we felt like we were trying to love Yahweh the way that Yahweh wanted to be loved, that we had missed something, that somehow we were loving him the way that we wanted to love him and not the way that he wanted to be loved, and that caused division or a lack of favor or something to that effect. And because we're people, and people do, everyone is fallible. We haven't been perfect. Neither one of us have ever been perfect in our walk with Yahweh. But He has been so forgiving to us before we got into the cult, during the time we were in the cult, and after we got out of the cult. He's been very forgiving of us. I think, honestly, that even though we were behaving badly by being in this cult and really overlooking some things that are critical in a walk with Yahweh, going backward in some ways with our walk with Yahweh because we were part of this cult, kind of making a mockery of some of the things that Jesus did on the cross for us. I think our biggest grace in that was that the actual help that we gave the poor, the people that needed it the most. You know, those 2 commandments Jesus emphasizes: love Yahweh with all your heart, soul, and mind, or might, and love your neighbor, your near ones. We absolutely were loving our near ones, and we received a lot of love. Now, how conditional that love was is questionable, because when you come out of a cult like that, people that you really, really loved and you thought really loved you, it's really about the loyalty to the club, to the cult. And have you ever noticed, we talk about the Masons and other secret societies, but yet somehow, some way, we think, being in a cult, that we're involved with a secret society. We're involved with a group of people there's nobody else doing it like the way that they're doing it. This has to be Yah's people because nobody's doing it the way they're doing it. Where did Yahweh say that we have a secret society? Where did Yahweh say that Straightway Truth Ministries was the way to heaven? Where did Yahweh say that being part of it, secret societies are forbidden, giving all these oaths? So you don't think that signing all these contracts with these people, even signing NDAs or signing contracts, if your children, if you want to leave, the children belong to your husband, and or whatever, you think that signing all these, that's not some kind of an oath? So when did the Bible tell us to commit to any oath, anything? We're supposed to commit our lives to Yahweh, and we're supposed to commit our lives to our spouses. But where are we supposed to be yearning and urging ourselves to be a part of what we think is a secret society of people? You know, I think that comes with knowing what I know now, talking to cult experts. These secret societies, like, you know, these elite groups that you get into in the military, or people that have previously been in secret societies, maybe they FBI, CIA, or whatever, which would never get involved with a cult, but I'm just saying, you're drawn to these secret things. Contractors for military things, secret, you know, secret this, secret that. Somehow there is a fantasy in being involved in something that you think is so secret and so special that you were chosen to be in it. And I don't see in the Bible where Yahweh has a secret society of folks. I see where Jesus, you're a Pharisee. That was the old days of secret society. If you come out of a cult If you've come out of this Straightway Truth Ministry, you're a recovering Pharisee, and you don't even know it. It's so hard to get out of that mindset, that cult brainwashing that you've experienced. But there's so many good people there. So many good, lovely people. Precious people. Precious children. Oh my goodness. But Buddy sold out to a wicked man, and now the witnesses that have left are coming out with the truth about the wife everybody thought was stellar. And everybody makes mistakes. They sure do. People all make mistakes. And if it is true what's being said about this mother, she made a mistake. But you know, even in the Bible, you're not supposed to take anyone back after you've divorced them if they've slept with somebody else. And everybody's prone to making mistakes and having errors. But you can't put somebody up on a pedestal like they're flawless. And act as though they've had no sin, have had no sin in their lives. Even if they've been forgiven of it, you can't just act like it was never there and put them up on a pedestal. And maybe this is part of the reason why it's always touted, women are crap. Women are just pieces of poo. Women are less than. Who can find a good one? There's not a good one in 1,000. There's only one good man. There's not a good one. You just have all the wrong women. That's all I can say about that. You got all the wrong women. And maybe you're hurt, you got an agenda, you're trying to keep them down. I don't know what it is. I never experienced that because my husband didn't treat me that way. All I can say is people make mistakes and they need to be fully forgiven. But they can't be in a church setting up on a pedestal. But that seems to be common there. No matter what anybody in leadership does, or I should say the pastors do, they're somehow absolved of it because it never gets addressed. We've got a cover-up culture. We cover up everything so that nothing gets truly addressed. There is no, no, you can't because you did. It's just like, we're going to cover this up, act like it didn't happen. Don't let it get out to the masses. Don't let everybody know because it'd be bad for business. You know, it's going to hurt business. People will leave. People will know the truth. It's really sad that it's that kind of a business, that it has to be that way. You know, I can honestly say I'm over the people that I thought I really loved and cared about. I'm over them all. There's only one. There's only one that I love and care about, and I think about every day, and I pray for all the time. And I think that's because I know deep down within myself that there was one person that really, really loved Brent and I. Really loved us. Really loved us. Wasn't about money. Wasn't about what we could help them with. It wasn't any of that. It was just love. And I believe they still love us today. And it is a man. And he knows who he is. And I'm sure all of you know who he is. And I love him I have a gun named after him that he actually bought me. But I want him to know that there's nothing he can ever say or ever do that will ever make me and Brent stop loving him. We will love him till the end, no matter what. And I pray that when the reckoning comes for what this pastor does, I pray that he wakes up, lest he be involved and wrapped in it. I pray he wakes up. Bless you guys. I think that's all I got today. I was just thinking about a lot of things today, but there's another thing. Please take accountability. If you were in this cult, please take accountability. Please don't let Satan encompass you in victim. Please take accountability for your part, for what you did, for what you overlooked, for what you didn't say. Forgive yourself and take accountability. It's getting a little old to hear about all the victimizing that people keep talking about. Just take accountability, like we all have to, eventually. Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to. You could stay in victim mode, but it's not going to do you any good. There's no peace that's going to come from it. You might as well forgive yourself, ask forgiveness from the people that you affected, and move on. Move on. Being a victim, that's a sucky situation. Just gather yourself up, forgive yourself, forgive everybody else, realize, take responsibility for your part in being involved in that mess, and just move on. Hallelujah.